Okay, I am in my vehicle now, and I am driving hands-free, or doing this hands-free. Anyhow, let's talk about loneliness in your 50s. I know I went through it. I still go through it now and then. I think that one of the ways that I have dealt with it is forcing myself, like now, to get out of the house and mingle with other people. And like right now I'm heading to Walmart. Not that Walmart's the most ideal thing, but you're still among people. You can say hi to somebody in the aisle. Nothing wrong with that. But I think that part of this is, as women in our 50s, our bodies are going through changes. There are hormonal changes that cause a sort of imbalance. And we are in premenopausal, or we're going through menopause, and our emotions are all over the place. And there's more and more of us who are also finding ourselves single in our 50s. Maybe we've invested many years into a relationship just to get burned, and then we go into isolation mode as kind of like a protection. It's a stage of grieving. Combine that with menopause, and you got the perfect storm. But the first step is getting out in the public, even if it means 20 minutes in the store, just to be among people. So you've got that, and maybe there's a long lost friend. Maybe there's somebody on your Facebook page that you haven't talked to in a while. Reach out to them. Just say hi. It's like stepping out of your comfort zone. I had to force myself to do that. I was in a place where I didn't want to be bothered with anybody. It's like, leave me the F alone. I just want to stay in my cocoon. But that's not healthy. Maybe in the beginning you need some time alone to kind of collect your thoughts. But loneliness does set in. It's knowing your self-worth and your value, self-value. Putting value on your life, putting value on yourself. And nowadays, you know, with all the different things that's going on in society right now, lockdowns, businesses closing, limited on dining, it does put a damper on dating. It puts a damper on socializing, because everybody is practicing the social distancing. So you can connect with friends on social media. You can also find something that you're passionate about. Some kind of crafts item. Couple examples, maybe getting into beading, drawing, lettering, gardening. Is there something that you would like to learn? Something new? You know, what is it that you're passionate about? Is there something that you always wanted to learn how to do, but never in your younger years took the time to learn? Maybe it's yoga. Well, this would be a great time to sign up for classes. And when you sign up for classes, not only are you mingling with other people and you're learning a new skill, but you're mingling with people with like minds, people that have the same interests as you do. It's not just people at random. Now, to get out of this mode of isolation and feeling of loneliness, you have to understand that this is all a mindset, okay? You have to change your mindset to becoming older. You have to look at it as a second stage of life or your second act in life. For many people, they think of turning 50 as a second chance, as a second stage of life. It is like for some people, life begins after 50. Let's face it, we're young, we get married, we have our careers, we have children. And as women, when we're younger, we're focused on our children, not on ourselves. We're focused on our spouse or significant other, not on ourselves. When you hit that 50 age, children are generally grown, and now you could turn your focus on yourself. Think of this isolation or this loneliness. It's not so much loneliness, but me time to get out and do things that you want to do. I'll give a good example. I travel now. I'm going on vacations for me, right? And there's this new sense of freedom for me at this time. And I'm taking advantage of that. And once you realize that your sense of loneliness is just a mindset, then you can prepare yourself to take action on that. I understand that we go through things in life. By the time we're 50, we've experienced a lot of things. We've experienced ups, we've experienced downs, career changes, body chemistry changes, and it kind of propels us into this emotional roller coaster that we need to harness that energy to really help us to become the woman that we were meant to be after 50. You have to kind of decide what stage you are in. Yes, this video is not going to be the cure-all for everybody who is going through this isolation and through this loneliness stage. Sometimes loneliness is brought on by depression. In those cases, yes, I do have to tell you, maybe you need to seek some professional advice, professional counsel. Get that harnessed, get that under control, whether it's through counseling, therapy, medication, whatever it takes. Because sometimes loneliness and isolation can be brought on by depression as well. Ask me how I know. I've been there. So if I was to summarize this up, I would say that figure out where your isolation is coming from, where your loneliness is coming from. If it's depression, next step is seeking some kind of professional counseling help. If it's not from clinical depression per se, but circumstantial, like for instance, if you were in a long-term marriage and that has ended, or long-term relationship that has ended, you have empty nest syndrome because the kids are out of the house and you're wondering what is next for you in life. You're not getting any younger, you say to yourself. You tell yourself that you don't have the energy anymore. This is all negative self-talk. And that is something else you need to avoid. Avoid the negative self-talk. Think positive. Instead of what is possibly left for me, say, what is next? What am I going to do next? What am I going to learn next? Where am I going to go next? So you have to come up with some kind of plan that you have to figure out what's interesting to you now. Our interests change as we go through life. Sometimes we could change careers at the age of 50. That's very, very common. I've done that. I went from being a computer tech and a real estate agent to now I'm in content creation. I am a YouTuber, a vlogger, trying to help others. I'm a spiritualist tarot reader. So it's more like life coaching and trying to help other people. That's where I'm at now in life. Before I used to help people, young couples and stuff, and go out buy homes. Or if they wanted to sell their home. Or even people our age, I used to help sell their home so they could downsize because they were going through what we're going through now. Kids are out of the house. You don't need all this room. We're getting older. I don't want 2 acres of grass to cut every week anymore. You know, so that's what I used to do. My passions used to be there, but they're not there now. I used to build computers. I used to do technical support, customer service. All these things have shifted. They have changed. My interest level has changed to different areas. That is very common when you hit your 50 mark. So find out what you love, find your passion, learn new skills, get the heck out of Dodge, get the heck out of the house. Go shopping. Even if you don't have a dime to spend. I've gone to the store and just walked and browsed. I've been penniless almost and gone shopping. Window shopping, I guess you can call it in a way. Go to the store and see what catches my eye and imagine in my head, okay, when I have the funds, this is what I want to do. I would like to purchase this and set this up this way or that way. Oh, I like this bathroom set. I like these bathroom towels or this bedding. I like this home decor. I like this crafting machine. I like, that's what I would do. I would go and get ideas and inspiration and then have a goal set that would propel me forward, give me the drive to obtain these items. I went to school in the 1990s for computer graphics. I worked in that field for a while. It's kind of coming back around in a way because graphics are involved in video editing. I like content creation. I like helping other people. I've always had that within me. But now that I'm older, later in life, it's really coming out. I've connected with a couple people from high school. And we talk. One of my good friends, we graduated together. And she has found herself single, kids out of the house, kids grown. She's looking to change careers now also. She's gone through this loneliness stage. We've gone through it together. This is where finding that buddy, connecting with somebody that may be going through the same things that you are, holding each other accountable for getting out, doing things. And I have to say, the past year or so, I have been more active than I have almost my entire life. So in my book, my life is just beginning now. I'm beginning to live because before 50, I lived for everybody else. I lived to please and make everybody else happy. If I can do it, you can do it. And believe me, I've had my moments in time where I have been put down to the ground. I've been through a gamut of crises. I've been on that emotional roller coaster. But this is pretty much my take on loneliness and how I deal with it. And it seems to be working. And because it's working, I want to pass this information on to you. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you also. Some of what I give, some of these tips may work. But it's a starting point. The starting point is changing your mindset and taking action on that mindset. Getting out and doing things that you've always wanted to do. Getting out and connecting with people. And instead of looking at it as being lonely and being isolated, look at it as an opportunity of this is me time. This is time to work on myself. This is my time of self-improvement. This is my time to do what I want to do. Look at it as a ticket to freedom, a freedom pass. There you go. Okay, this is what I have for this video. I hope that you found something inspirational in all of this, including my crazy driving scenes. I am just starting this channel, and this is going to be one of my babies. This is going to be one of my passions. And make sure you do visit my other 2 channels that are in the description box below. And I will see you next time for some more videos.